Hey there, friends. Good morning. How are you? Happy Thursday. Glad to be here with you. As always, Thursday mornings, 9 a.m. My name is Tiffany Huckelman. I'm the founder of Lone Orange, and I come here every Thursday morning live to talk about something related to solopreneurs and small business. Today, I brought some show and tell. You guys remember what this is? Remember these? Yes, I still have these antiques, although this is actually brand new. You remember these? A map. These are the things back in the day, before smartphones and GPS, that if we wanted to get around, we had to have a map. If we wanted to go someplace that we weren't familiar with, we had to have a map. I remember when I started driving, my dad printed off a map just of our area, like of the area that we lived in, the city of St. Louis, just on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and put it in a one of those sleeves for like binder sleeves, so that it was dry erase, so that when I needed directions somewhere, he could pull that out and pull out the dry erase marker and show me the directions. And that was how I was going to figure out how to get around town when I didn't know. And when I wasn't familiar with the area and I hadn't been driving before and we didn't have smartphones and GPS yet. So yes, I'm dating myself. But that's how I got around. And it was always a joke, but I tell you what, that's how I learned my area. That's how I learned how to get around. And that map stayed in my parents' house forever. One, I had three brothers younger than me who had to learn how to drive, but we also just used it as a quick reference of where those streets were that we needed to get to. That map was critical in learning what I needed to do and figuring out the directions I need to go. Now, relate that to our businesses. So if you're thinking, I really need to create systems, I hear systems help me out. I remember when I first, so the very first time that I heard about systems was when I read E-Myth. Someone had recommended the book by Michael Gerber called E-Myth. They had recommended that to me, and I read it, and I was like, oh, this is great. This makes so much sense. I get it. I need systems, but it didn't tell me how to do this, how to create the systems, and I didn't know how. I didn't understand how. So I was probably on a 2 or 3 year journey just trying to figure out how to even start creating systems. Like I could kind of make a process, but the whole idea of systematizing my whole business was beyond what I could imagine. It was beyond what I was familiar with. And so it took me about 2 or 3 years. I finally found a coach to help me with that. I finally found the book by Sam, I always forget his name, called Work the System. And both of those things helped me figure out finally how to create the systems in my business that have made me into the systems driven business that we are today, that allowed me to take 5 weeks off this summer, that allows my team to run without me, that allows things to happen the way that I want them to happen without me doing everything. That is the freedom that I've been able to get in my business because of having these systems. And I know systems is not a sexy conversation, it's not a sexy topic, but it is crucial for your well being, for your sanity, to get your time back, to get your energy back, to save you so much effort and pain to have the systems. So, the very first step in even understanding your systems is I want you to think about your business and create the map for your business to know where you're going in unfamiliar territory. Now, you become like the cartographer at this point, the map maker. But what I like to tell my clients is we start by thinking about your entire business. So you kind of go big picture and think about all the functions, all the areas in your business that you need to tend to. Things like attraction and marketing, that's one function. Things like sales and conversion, that's another function. Things like your fulfillment and your service delivery, that's another function. Client care, team development, financials, all of those things are the components of your business. Then you break each one of those down into the parts that need to happen. And I like to do this by mind mapping. So if you're not familiar with mind mapping, you basically start in the middle of the page or on the side or wherever you want to start, but oftentimes in the middle, and you just start brain dumping the parts that you need or what you're thinking about. And so if you were to start thinking, let's say about, okay, for my business, for graphic design, if I wanted to start thinking about fulfillment and client, like the service delivery. So after somebody has already decided to hire us, they've paid their deposit, they've signed their contract, that whole onboarding piece. Now we're going to start serving. So what needs to happen? Well, we need to have a project plan. So there might need to be a project planning meeting. We need to collect all this different information from the clients. So my mind map is going to start growing from fulfillment to project planning to what are the pieces that I need for that project planning, and that mind map is going to grow. The thing I like about mind maps is that it allows your brain to just expand and think and just put everything down. You can organize it later, but the mind map just helps you get it all down. If I try to start just writing it out in order, like in an outline format, all of a sudden I get down to the bottom, like, oh, I need this in here, but that probably belongs up here. And so it just starts getting things a little more confusing. The mind map, it doesn't matter the order, just blah, get it all out there, and then you can organize it later. So you start figuring out the functions of your business, then you figure out in each function what are the different areas of your business that you need. Now, not everybody is going to need a project planning section because you don't have that in your business, but you might need the actual service delivery section, you might need the wrap-up section. So creating this map first is what helps you know where you're going, where you have to head, where when you want to get to a particular goal, a particular destination, having the map of your systems helps you know where you're going. And what's nice is this map, what's nice is that then you don't have to create all your systems in order. You can create the systems that are most important for you to have right now. So you may not, I still have systems that I don't have completely created because we just don't need them to that level, but I know where they will go when I put them there because I have my map. Now, if you are interested, I'm happy to share this kind of a map that you can have. If you want this map, just DM me or put a comment below and I will be happy to get this PDF to you just so you can kind of see what a map might look like. Your map will look unique to you, but there's definitely some similarities in all businesses. So make sure if you're going to start designing your systems and you want to start systematizing your business, think big picture first. Get that map drawn out, and then you can start putting in the little streets. You get the big highway system figured out, then you can start putting in the smaller parts. So I hope that's helpful just to start thinking about systems. We'll talk more in the coming weeks. So make sure you come back here and join me in next Thursday at 9 a.m. And also don't forget to come join us in the Solo Collaborative community. We are creating a community of like-minded, mission-driven solopreneurs who want to support each other in growing our businesses. It's a place where we belong. It's a place where we can feel safe to share our struggles, ask for ideas, get advice, celebrate together. We are creating a really fun community, and in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be announcing what we're going to be doing in that community. So make sure you come over and join us. It's a free Facebook group open to anyone who is a solopreneur, and solopreneur is someone who is solely responsible for their business. They can have a team, but they are still the ones responsible for their business. So I will put that link in the comments below, but come over and join us. Now's the time. Get in, help us create this amazing virtual community for solopreneurs so that we can raise each other up. All right, my friends, I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, have a stellar week. Bye.